Hi, I'm Matt Simon. I'm joined here with Director of Research, Adam Sussman. Adam just got back from Trade Tech Asia, and they were talking about dark pools and off-exchange liquidity. Adam, what you hear?
You know, we've been discussing dark pools and alternative trading venues in Asia for years now, with little or no success from those venues to speak of. But I feel like now more than ever, we're really on the cusp of significant change in market structure over there.
Well, what's been the most recent reason for some of these changes?
You know, I think that from a broader perspective, from an economic perspective, you know, the countries over there are realizing, hey, you know, if we can bring the transaction fees for our capital markets down a little bit, we'll look even more attractive, you know, versus, you know, struggling Western economies. So I think that there's a real emphasis on saying, hey, even if we have to give up a little bit of exchange market share in order to, you know, bring in more liquidity and more capital, that's a good thing for our economies overall.
So what's the buy side think? I mean, what do the clients of some of these dark pools think about it?
You know, what's interesting is that there was really no fear in the eyes of the buy side trader looking down the barrel of fragmentation in Asia. I think that they're already so used to dealing with markets that are, you know, frankly speaking, difficult to deal with, that they're all in favor of bringing in competition that might bring in new mechanisms and new market structures that'll make it easier for them to trade.
Mm-hmm. And are the players the same? I mean, is it the big banks? Is it the you know, independent players? I mean,
yeah, I mean, a lot of the banks have dark pools over there. They're not quite as in the face, you know, in the face of clients about it as they are here in the U.S. and Europe. But on the alternative trading venue side, yeah, of course, you've got Chi-X. I mean, they're launching, you know, I think they're going to have an alternative trading venue on the moon soon. So they're launching everywhere. And I think that they're having important strategic partnerships with the exchanges over there. For example, while I was there, there was an announcement between Chi-X and the Singapore exchange, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's the same players, but what's going to be interesting to see is what they're doing differently because of the different, you know, I mean, it's a very different way in which they're going to have to operate in Asia versus Europe and in the U.S. So the names might be the same, but I think that the implementation is going to be very different.
Mm-hmm. And is the concentration different? I mean, is it a fragmented landscape, or are we seeing different players, you know, launch? And as we see these launches, is it going to continue to be the same, you know, players, or do we see new firms establishing?
You know, what we haven't seen, other than some of the Japanese banks, is, you know, local banks there being aggressive in the dark pool and alternative trading venue space. So it'll be interesting to see if those guys decide, hey, if we don't address this part of the market, we're going to lose some of our market share to, you know, our global competitors.
Mm-hmm. And make a final call. I mean, right now we have estimates around maybe 2% of volume is done through the dark pools. What do you see for next year?
3.5.
Great. Well, this is Matt Simon, analyst at TABB Group, Director of Research, Adam Sussman.